Hey guys, welcome to the Gamers Den. I'm your host, Don Fenter, and today we're going to be talking about the longevity of multiplayer online games. Guys, I mean, generally speaking, we look at it these days, you buy a game, the multiplayer component is a very big part of the game. So we're looking at games that, in like a good few years, they're not going to be available anymore. So modern games, does it validate spending the money on those kind of games? What do you guys think? Jared, what's your thoughts on it?
I think it depends on the game, but some of them, if it's got an online multiplayer component and lots of people playing it at the start, then I don't see why not, and it's obviously got some value. Obviously I play a lot of sport games, and I know a lot of people think that every year when the new one comes out, people stop playing the old one. It's actually, it's oddly enough not the case. A lot of people still play that older one for quite a while.
Because they can't afford the new one.
Either they can't afford the new one, or because there's still tournaments going for the older one, or the online is still a little bit better until they kind of fix up with the new one servers. So people carry on playing it, and they usually leave those servers open for 3 or 4 years after the game's released, and there's still people playing it. I mean, if you put in sort of FIFA 13 or 12 on either 360 or the PS3, you'll probably easily find a game. So I think it's got a lot of value in that case.
And I mean, if you look at shooters and stuff, do you think it falls into the same bracket?
I think so. I mean, like, remember when Judgment came out, Gears of War? Everyone came and did like the tournaments and went back to 3. That was like really into. Especially in the competitive arena, they felt it more balanced, more fluid. They don't like some of the new things. They're called gimmicky. And I just think now, like Battlefield Hardline, everyone's gone back to the previous Battlefield.
That's exactly it, yeah.
And the guys are still updating it and patching it all the time. Like, it just had like a huge 100th patch to one of the maps.
And don't a whole bunch of people still play like Unreal Tournament, like one
and
or something?
like you were saying, like what about when the servers go down? For PC, it's a lot easier when you can host yourself. But there's actually a group in America now that is trying to have it that the rights for a video game servers get included as part of the preservation of arts and culture history. So what happens is...
With the servers?
Yeah, so what happens is when a game decides it's going to shut down, say after it's 10 years or 2 years or whatever, all the source code goes to this organization, and then people can use that to set up their own servers. So if you decide you want to play a really old game and there aren't any official servers, you have all the tools from the official server except for like update support. But you could go and play a really old game if you had enough people then, or they all went and used that service. And it just shows that, you know, everything depends on community really. I mean, if the game's big enough, no company's going to say, oh, we're shutting the server.
But do you guys think these modern games are going to stick around as long as, say, Unreal and Counter-Strike and all these things? Do you think it's going to have that kind of longevity in the future?
Not if they're bringing them out so often, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what we're looking at. I mean, is it going to actually be something you're going to play in 15 years time, like, you know, if you compare it to the older game?
The one thing I can think of is Ghost, because Ghost came out, the multiplayer was horrendous and everyone went straight back to the previous version. But I mean, if they're bringing them out every year, it's kind of like, you know, you have to buy the new one because that's what all your friends are going to be playing, so you kind of get like peer pressure. You have to play the new Call of Duty, that's what everyone's on.
Oh, so definitely. It happens often that the new game launches and the guys that don't get it complain about Ghost Town because there's suddenly no one on the server. And then after a while, some people come back because they decide, no, I don't like this. They need to fix shotguns, and they won't play for like a month.
Yeah.
And then it also depends on the competitive scene. If you keep having tournaments for an older game, people are going to keep playing it because hell, why not? You can make money or something.
Yeah, esports is driving the newer stuff as well. So.
No, that's true. And I mean, if you look at something like Modern Warfare 1, okay, I'm not even sure if the servers are still up. Is it up
for Modern Warfare 1?
The first Modern Warfare. Is that still running?
Yeah.
Because that's still considered as one of the best games, you know, of its time, blah blah blah. And I know there's a lot of guys who want those maps back, you know, if they have to bring it back to the modern game, the guys will lose their minds.
Yeah.
So are those still running?
I wonder.
Those are the kind of things we're looking at, that you bought Modern Warfare back in the day and you love those maps. And if you look at Halo the Master Chief Collection, they brought all those maps back, you know, so that you can enjoy all of those maps again. Now,
But you
I mean,
can't.
no, you can't. Well, you
It's
can now, thank you. But if you look at Call of Duty, I mean, if Activision was clever, they'd release a game which was just all the maps, you know, remodeled from back in the day, and say,
Yeah.
here we go, you can play all the maps again,
That-
and you'll basically have back what you had
Yeah,
once.
they do that. They do that
Yeah.
a little, so that you can get one map, you know, in this
Yeah.
version, and the next version maybe two maps. So they kind of like sprinkle them over like 8 games to
Yeah.
make more bank. Which, they're still a big pile of money, those people.
Yeah, well, let's not talk about Activision's money. We will get depressed and rip us off to death. Yeah, so look, at the end of the day, you guys, from what I hear, you guys think it's actually pretty good. It's worth the money that you spend. It lasts you long enough. Those servers are up for long enough.
It depends on the game,
to
obviously.
your money worth.
But yes.
If it's a solid game and there's going to be support and a large audience
Yeah.
and possibly tournaments involved,
Yeah.
Then-
Not an involved, in other words.
I mean, so you buy something like Evolve and suddenly you can't find a game.
And I mean, you look at something like Dota 2. I mean, that's going to be around for a very, very long time.
Oh, yeah.
It's a crazy staying power.
That's not going to go anywhere anytime
No.
soon. Especially with esports firing it.
Yeah, no, that's going to be a staple for a long time. Man.
Okay, guys, well, give us your thoughts on the multiplayer scene. Do you think the servers stay up long enough? Are you happy with what's happening? Is it worth your money? Give us your thoughts, and we'll see you in the next episode. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.